It is February of 2024, and this is where my business is at. This is where my life is at. I'm usually not super transparent about where I am personally because I'm so focused on my clients' results and everything, but I really want to build an audience and film more videos like this to just share where my life is, not only for you guys so you can see exactly where I'm at, but also for in the future as I see how far I've come by watching videos like this, so I can see exactly where I was, 5-10 years ago whenever I was first getting started. So if you don't know, I started about 9 months ago getting into the digital marketing, online coaching space, and it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. I love being a part of this community. I love seeing all of the amazing people that are coaches, that are business owners, that have all these great thoughts to share. And I love being able to contribute my part to this side of the internet. And I will say I'm not the best at content. That's not my expertise. My expertise is software, business strategy, and solutions like that. My expertise is making money, not necessarily being entertaining for the internet, but I do want to document my journey because so many people don't. And ultimately, when you do succeed, you're not looking back on, the great times, usually looking back on the bad times that you rose up out of. So not that these are bad times, these are just times. I don't believe that anything can or should be labeled as good or bad. You'll just see exactly what the result is afterwards, so yes, obviously being able to live on my own, being able to run my business and also help my family. If you don't know, I also run a family-owned business with my stepfather, and being able to do everything on my own, it's a great feeling of freedom, right? And that's probably the biggest reason I got into this field of online coaching and online business and everything. Now, it is difficult. Entrepreneurship is incredibly difficult. I don't know why people have this idea that entrepreneurship is some fairy tale where everything always goes right and you never fail and everything is just good all the time and you got the fancy watches and the cool cars and the vacations and all that. That's not entrepreneurship. That's not what it is at all. Entrepreneurship 99% of the time freaking sucks. It is hard. People will hate you. People will run away from the life that you're chasing. You'll lose friends. You'll probably get a death threat or two at some point. And that is speaking from my own experience. That is not a reflection on you. If you get in entrepreneurship and you find all of these people that seem to hate you for what you're doing, they don't hate you. What they do is they hate themselves because they never actually went after what you're going after, because you're going after their dreams and they're not. And so hate is just a projection of insecurity from one person to another. And so when you see people online leaving bad comments, or if you start a business and you get all these DMs saying you should give up and all that crap, it's not about you. It's not. It's about them. And unless you're truly not a good person and you're running a business where you're lying to people or you're faking results or anything like that, then okay, maybe you deserve a little bit of it. But for the people that I'm trying to teach, for the people that I work with and myself within my own business, I'm promoting authenticity, being genuine, being honest. And those types of people, when people hate on people that are honestly trying to reach their goals, it's usually just a projection of insecurity. So we have gotten a lot of that over the past 9 months as we've, taken on this journey. And that's expected. People are human, and, you can't be upset for people for being that way. They'll grow and they'll learn eventually. So just show grace, show love. And that kind of gets into like why I do business as a whole, and what I've learned over the past 9 months is loving and serving others is always the first priority within my business. If you're a client watching this, I hope I've communicated that to you. If you're friends or family, I hope I've communicated that to you as well, because that's why I do what I do. I do this to love and serve others as Jesus loved us, and that's honestly why I'm in business. Now, I also love the idea of financial freedom, and so that is obviously also a priority. And it's kind of that balance of heart and head that I think has taken me too long to realize, and I'm okay with that. We all make mistakes, and we all are learning on this journey. But I think balancing the how much heart you have in the business and how much head you have in the business is kind of the biggest lesson that I've learned over the past year. I'm a very heart-focused person. I am very dedicated to helping and serving others. And to be honest, I wasn't as focused on making money as I should have been. You know, I always was happy to have enough to live on my own, to pay my bills. Even if I was barely scraping by, I was happy because I was able to serve others. And coming into 2024, there needs to be a shift, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. As a business owner, you have to be able to balance heart and head. You have to be able to see where you are trying to serve others too much and trying to be too graceful and trying to and you're letting down your barriers and what's the word? You are boundaries. You're breaking your own boundaries in order to help other people. And for some people, they're willing to do that. As a business owner, you can't, because you're going to get burned out if you are constantly lowering your boundaries for others. So my best advice, if you really just genuinely love helping people and you're starting a business and struggling to make money, is balance the two. Really sit down and say, this business is to make money and is also to serve people. Like, those are the two goals, right? So as long as you have your heart and head in balance and you can really be focused on, like, these are my prices and I'm not wavering on this, and this is the value that I'm providing to people, and being really solid in who you are and the value that you provide, then people will pay those prices. You just have to get them past the stage of being afraid to invest in themselves. So that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned over the past year. Also, being able to take failures, quote unquote, as more of opportunities to improve rather than saying you failed. I've been at this for 9 months. I've made lots of mistakes and I don't regret any of them. Even if I continue to make mistakes for the next year and I don't get to, $1 million or $100,000 a month or whatever I'm looking for, I will not be upset with myself, because those are failures, those are mistakes that are required in order to succeed. So I'm honestly fine with that. More into the strategy of what we're doing as a business. So we've seen in the community, just like the online business space as a whole, that communities are being pushed a lot right now. And most people are moving to Skool, the platform, Skool by Sam Ovens. And this kind of transition happened because of Alex Hormozi. So if you didn't know, Alex Hormozi recently invested within Skool and has been promoting them. And basically because of that, a lot of people moved over to the platform. So basically Alex Hormozi released an ad saying he was starting the Skool games, and everybody got super hyped, and now Skool is filled with all these new people, and it's great. I'm loving it. He's trying to make business accessible to everybody. I'm always going to agree with that. That's a phenomenal goal. However, there is the other side of the market that is being missed, and that's totally okay. What he's promoting is starting a business and making it really, really easy. Are you building a fantastic product? Probably not. You're building it on someone else's platform, and it's not going to be at the level that you need to have if you have a massive audience. You'll notice that Alex Hormozi doesn't have a Skool community, and if he did have a Skool community, then it wouldn't be the main place where he has his clients. Most of his clients are, he's selling them one-on-one. He's getting them in with acquisition.com on calls and such. And if he did have something that would be more brand fitting, it would be something more like his own app rather than like a Skool community. So we're going to start seeing that within the space. So Skool got really saturated, and I'm coming in to try and take off the other side of people that are, didn't know if they want to get into Skool or not, but they have better brands, and so they want something that's better for them and that makes their brand and their reputation more memorable. And so things like white label apps, communities, things like that, that's kind of where I'm pushing and what I'm moving forward with. So we kind of have our 3 C's. That's kind of what as like my own company, those are kind of our pillars, right? So the first C is coaching, basically helping people build really good coaching offers and help like as many people as possible. The second C would be courses. So helping people build courses and actually building them and marketing them for them. So my clients will typically give me content, and then I'll put together, along with my team, a white label platform for them where people can go to their site. So like members.andrewgeorge.com or whatever. I wish I had that domain, but it's taken. But things like that. So that way they can promote their course on a really good looking platform rather than doing something like School or Kajabi. That's another popular one. And so that's the second C. And then the third C is communities. So building communities within that platform so coaches can promote not only their coaching and courses, but also a community and get a monthly recurring setup. So we'll usually build those communities for our coaches, and then they can promote them, or we'll promote them with them, do email marketing, etc., and then get as many people as possible into those communities. So that's kind of the strategy that we're pushing with right now. That's our one-on-one, like I'm working with a coach and doing that. We're currently doing that with 3 coaches for the month of February. It's kind of our first little beta round. We've been waiting for the app functionality to get there from the development team, but it's finally about to be there. So we're really excited to get that pushed. So that's kind of one side of the business. And then we have the other side of the business, which is the white label service of the 3 C's, right? Of building a coaching offer, the courses and communities. It's mainly the courses and communities. So if you don't know, we have our a software company where, it's white label built, where we host all of our courses and communities. So we can build out these white label platforms for coaches that look really good, that aren't being hosted on School or Facebook groups or Kajabi or things like that. And what we want to do is we want to push this software platform to coaches that are already working with other coaches. There's lots of coaches in the industry like Trey Cockram, Serge Guattari, a few other people that have a client base of coaches. And our goal is to, hopefully within the next 6 months, is work with 1 to 2 of these people that already have these massive client bases in order to provide the software as a service to their audience. So that's kind of the big goal that we're looking at. That'll really help us grow. It'll help a lot of coaches build up these systems as well with their their parent businesses. So if Trey Cockram has an audience of 600 coaches beneath him, it makes him look really good, and then it also helps all of their businesses. So that's kind of our goal. If anyone of that nature is watching this, then DM me on Instagram or shoot me an email. We would love to do that for you. But those kind of offers are really beneficial, really profitable to not only our clients, but also to us. And so it's kind of along that build and release store standpoint. Finances, we're not really going to go into that, obviously. That's kind of personal. I like keeping most of my life personal. But clearly we're doing well enough to still afford living on my own and, pay my own bills and everything. And, God always provides. And so I'm happy enough for that. But we are aiming for big numbers this year. I really want to hit 100K a month. That is a huge goal of mine. And I know it's ostentatious and it's kind of far away, but I'm confident that we can reach it, especially through these strategies. So other than that, trying to think about life-wise, honestly, most of my life has been work. It's work, go to the gym, pray, keep up my relationship with God, and sleep. Oh, and eat. Sorry, sometimes I forget to eat. That's that's probably my worst problem. Yeah, that is my life. I don't do anything outside of business because this is my purpose. This is what I want to do. I'm becoming a better person through this. I am able to help more people, and that's incredibly fulfilling. So there will be times of rest coming soon, but they aren't now, and I am looking forward to it. But I also enjoy working, and I enjoy doing things for other people and doing things for myself, and achieving a life that most people won't ever get to see. So it's sad that no one else chooses to take this path. Not no one else, that a lot of people don't choose to take this path, or at least don't choose to take the path of at least finding out some way to get there, like building their own business or starting a side hustle. To anyone watching this, I would absolutely encourage you to do so. It can be easier than you think. I know I say entrepreneurship is hard, but with the right people that have already made the mistakes like I have, that already have the systems, you can actually get there a lot faster than most people. I started this on my own, and I took that, I kind of took it as a challenge. I wanted to do it on my own, and I wanted to do it without anybody else's input, without any coaches, without any help or courses, and make my own mistakes, but also consciously learn from other people's mistakes, because luckily we do have the internet, and we can we can learn a lot from other people posting content. So another big goal is we're really going to ramp up our content this year. I want to make more long form videos like this. This one's just a casual video, but a lot better, editing, higher quality editing, higher quality videos on social media. But ultimately, content, a lot of people will judge my business based on my content output, be like, oh, he stopped posting content, he got a job and he's not doing business anymore, which is not the case. My business actually runs nothing off of content. Like, we don't have any client acquisition that's connected to content. It helps with credibility and helps with that perceived likelihood of achievement, but like referencing to the value equation. But content for me has no impact on client acquisition. Client acquisition comes from conversations and delivering results and having really good offers. And so building an audience isn't my primary goal right now, but that's why there hasn't been 100% effort towards it, but it's still happening, and I'm still trying to put as much effort towards that as it's necessary, because the goal is to build my personal brand as we grow as a business, because the personal brand is one of the best investments you can make nowadays. So so if you have ideas on content, or if like you're struggling with content, don't ask me. That's not what my professional that's not what I'm good at. I am good at systems, I am good at software, I am good at building solutions and kind of being the creative driver, which is what being an entrepreneur is. But yeah, another big goal that we're having for this year is getting out of the business. So like over the past 9 months, I've been very in the business. I've been doing a lot of the work. I've been doing the hiring, the onboarding, the fulfillment, the conversations, the meetings, the sales calls, like everything. And in both of my businesses, in the family business as well as this business, a huge priority to me is getting out of the business. Not because I don't like doing it, not because I don't like working, but because right now, as an entrepreneur, if you're just running your own business, that is not being a business owner, that's being self-employed. And I'm fine with that. I'd rather be self-employed than employed by somebody else, because I like being able to fend for myself. But also, as trying to build more leverage, trying to take myself out, trying to put in a little bit less work from my end of things, and leverage more of my systems and the talent that I have, and really find rock star talent to be within my business. So a lot of that is coming. I'm hoping to pick up a few more hobbies and traveling and all the stuff that I currently don't have time to do just because I'm working as we grow. So if you're looking for a job, if you have skills, if you have value to add to the business, then message me on Instagram. We'll have a conversation. I'm super open to having people join our team. Right now we have, I think, maybe 4 or 5 interns across both businesses. I mean, most of them are mine. But we do hire interns, so that way we can, teach other people the skills that it's taken me to learn in order to run a business. So exciting stuff coming for this year. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, it still is hard. It sucks a lot of days, and I am totally okay with that, because I know God will provide, and I know I will continue working in my business as I should. So as long as you continue doing the thing that's necessary, and you have the patience to wait even when you don't have results, you have the patience to continue doing the thing without results, then there's no way you'll lose. So whether it takes, another 10 days or 10 years, I'm still going to keep working. I'm not going to give up. And this is going to continue to grow. So to anybody that hasn't started a business, I encourage it. It's hard, yes, but it is a self-development journey, and you will love it after a while. To anyone that owns a business, let's work together, because we've been doing awesome stuff, getting lots of good testimonials. That's probably the best part of the year. I've talked about a lot of like the bad parts and where we're going, but one of the best things for this year is the testimonials we've gotten. We've gotten a lot of case studies, a lot of results for clients. Generate over like $50,000 for most of our clients, like across our client base, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but being in how long I've been in this game is pretty good for me, honestly. So it's really exciting, and I'm excited for where we're going. If you watch this whole thing, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. And drop a comment. So we're going to do more videos like this of me just documenting my life. I don't have a nice vlog camera or anything, and I don't like walking around and filming myself. I think that's a little bit pretentious. So we'll definitely do more vlog style stuff, or just talking about me. But hope you've learned a little bit more about me, and I am very excited to see where we go in the future. So thank you.